Council of Bucksport. I really am grateful for this opportunity to sort of set things straight and to clarify certain items that I was for at the forum. One, the issue of me is not that important, it's the town that is important. If you want to know about my past experiences and my life of volunteering, please read the Bucksport Enterprise, the Ellsworth American, and you'll know more about me and where I stand. Whole oceans and the solar farm. I am for the solar farm. The concept of worrying about what's going to happen with the panels after their life expectancy, you put a rider where that site has to be made whole, meaning it has to be returned to its original venue as when you rented it. As far as whole oceans, I hope it happens. I have no idea. Yes, they are not talking. They were given almost a $30 million alteration that they have to perform. They may have problems with backing, with all of these concept of retroactive laws. I hope it does go through. If it doesn't go through, that's what the town council should be concerned about. And what I think is a great idea is putting in botanical gardens there. It would be the botanical gardens on the East Coast. That site is so beautiful. It would transform this town from financially. Forget about advertising. You wouldn't have to advertise. It would advertise itself. Subsidized housing, you know, they're putting that new road in, and I've walked it from Route 1 to where the senior center is. You know, we could put there's apartments right across from the senior center. There's also apartments on the block at One Bell. Why can't we put another housing unit? Get Penquist to put the units there, and you know, it was talked about putting it on Main Street. How could that be? I was against that. Simply, do you respect children to go out and play? On Route 1, it's not going to happen. Back there, you're talking about a community for families and for raising children. That's a great spot. You know, SUV, I think, should be bought for the senior center. It's dual purpose to deliver Meals on Wheels. If you don't have a car and you want to volunteer, and you know what, it could help to supplement the taxi service, the bus service that is in town if they need help. Cultural events. We're talking about the cruise ships coming in and nobody's staying here. How can they stay if there's nothing to be offered? Let's get cultural events. We have all these churches in town. Let's get on board, fellas. Let's offer things to the community. There's plenty of wonderful, wholesome music out there and plays. I have been in touch with people yesterday. Thank God for Pastor Pete and Pastor Athanasius. They agreed to do two programs. Everybody should do a program for the town, for the community. Community, what we have in common is what makes a community. Main Street, all these new fairs coming in. I'm not against fairs, but these are for-profit fairs. And to give out the town site, to give out the waterfront site, and then we have to maintain it and repair it. I think, you know what, if we're not going to use that empty lot in town, make that a communal zone. Let them rent that spot and take the proceeds and give that to our businesses in town so they can succeed. Who wants to live in a ghost town? Another idea, we have these ARP funds. Take $10,000. Put it towards the businesses in town. It could be made $20,000 easily. I go to a store, I go to the new pet store, I buy pet food, I get a voucher, I spend $10, I get a voucher from them for $10. I go to town, they give me a voucher for $10 to spend back in that store. That's $10 I spent, and I'm getting $20 worth of goods. The store is getting $20 worth of goods. The town is putting up 10, and they're getting $20,000 in return. You know, we have to start thinking of the town as a whole. Bucksport is more than just Main Street. There's plenty of people who live in the back part of Bucksport who need proper representation. If I am elected, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, expect me to come knocking at your door because I want to sit down and hear from you what you actually feel and what you actually want to see happening in the town. Far out ideas. I mentioned once before is rowing shows. Rowing shows, you know, those long boats, use them in the Olympics, colleges use them. Maybe the older high schools would get together and they would like to have that as a sport for the young people here. Silver Lake is a wonderful venue because there's a long road, there was along that many people can watch. Maybe we can have in intra-school sports right there doing bowling shows. It would bring people into the town, plenty of publicity. We wouldn't have to be hiring outside people to give us publicity. It's happening by us. Thank you very much.